Hi people, it's Sheila and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about an item that I stumbled upon by pure coincidence at the JCPenney Sephora on Friday. I was in there looking for something totally different, and the next thing I know is I see the words new and I'm thinking, what is this? Because I don't know about y'all, but when I see the word new, especially when it comes to makeup, I need to know what it is. So of course I had to do some investigation. So as I'm doing my investigating, I noticed that it is something that's in a plastic container. The packaging is pretty, it's nice and black. I'm like, ooh, this could be travel friendly. I might want to know a little bit more about what this is. So of course I keep on reading. I see the name. It says Nars Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I'm thinking, what's a skin tint? I have no idea. I'll tell you the truth. I don't own any of the Nars foundations. I don't own a tinted moisturizer from Nars either. So that being said, I was like, what is this? Now I do own a lot of other Nars products. I do love Nars. I just haven't branched out into their foundations. I've sampled them, but I just have not purchased any of them. So that being said, I really had no idea. Like I was trying to figure out what they meant by skin tint. And then I kept on looking and I noticed that it came in 1.7 fluid ounces. And I thought, that's, a pretty good amount. And then of course I noticed the price points of $44 and I'm like, wow, why can't I ever find anything that's going to be like in the 30 price range? But usually I don't, for whatever reason. I'm one of those people, the thing that's not on sale is the one I'm going to migrate to, or the most expensive item is the one that I'm going to be the most intrigued by. So I didn't hover over that too much because again, if the product's worth it, if the product's going to do what I needed to do, then it makes it worth it. So I didn't hover. I just kept on looking and I just kind of made the decision that I wanted to try this product. I noticed that it came in 12 shades. For the women of color, I want to say we have probably about 5 shades that we can choose from, which I found to be somewhat okay. I mean, pretty much when it comes to our shades, a lot of times we do lack as far as other products go. They don't really always have a lot of shades, but having 5 shades is better than having 1 or 2, because there are some lines that I honestly just see 1 or 2 shades for women of color, and I just think that sucks. So I am probably about the 3rd one from the end. At least that's the way it looks when I look at the chart of how they had it displayed in the store. My color is Malaga, which, like I said, it's in the front, and then there's 2 more on the end, which one, because you know how Nars put in the back and in the front. So I'm in the front of the one next to the end, so there's 2 that's right behind that. So I guess the 3rd one from the darkest color is the way I think it's supposed to go. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so I was very intrigued. I took a sample home. I actually took 2 samples home because I had to run to another Sephora to get the color of the Nars Creamy Concealer that I needed, because they did not have my color at the store that I was at. And so when I got to the other store, my girls who love me so much wanted me to try it. So they had already, I mean, not had already, but as soon as I got in there, one of the girls ran and grabbed it and she goes, I think I know which color you're going to probably be. And she grabbed it. She had the right color and she brought it straight to me. So I ended up with 2 samples. So I'm excited about that. So I have this one and another one that I haven't opened. And I probably got about 2 more uses out of this one. So it is what I have on my face today. I am very, very impressed. As you can see when I do the application of the product, how it just transforms my skin. I still look like I have skin. Today I do feel like I have it built up a little bit more because I really wanted to test it to kind of give a feel for letting you know how buildable it is. And I do find that because it is so buildable, I would say that it kind of can be built from a skin tint into a light to medium coverage foundation. So I definitely think that you've got a range there that you can pretty much do a whole lot with this particular item. Like I said, if you just want a lightweight coverage, you're out and about and you're out at the beach maybe, you just want something to even out your skin and to give you SPF coverage, just put 1 thin layer on and you're good to go. Or if you want to keep this as your full-time foundation and just use this all the time, you can definitely build it up. I have on my face right now about 2.5 layers, and yeah, probably about 2. I'm thinking, do I have, but yeah, probably about 2.5. And I feel that it does look a little bit more full of coverage than it did on yesterday when I had it on. So definitely buildable. You can still see a few imperfections in the skin. So for me, that's perfect because I don't like to look like I'm not human, like I'm a mannequin or anything like that. So I don't mind you being able to see the real me through my foundation or my skin tint, if you will. So for me, this is perfect. So you can still see my little bit of discoloration that I have on either side of my jawbone. So for me, that is just, that's who I am and that's what I represent. So I don't really freak out about that. I don't have problematic skin, so I can't really so much say how it would cover aging spots, or if you have any type of zits or anything like that, because I don't have those, knock on wood. But so yeah, so as far as my skin type is considered normal to combination oily. So and I say oily, I say that with a little reluctance because I am not really oily. However, I'm not dry either. I'm pretty much just normal. But when you categorize me, it's going to be categorized as normal from normal to or combination oily. So that's pretty much how it's categorized. But like I said, based on my skin type, really and truly, I am just normal. So for me, this was a perfect find. Like, I am loving it so far. I did have an allergy attack yesterday, and as I discussed with you, as I'm applying this skin tint, it held up, and that impressed me. And because it held up so well, like literally I had raccoon eyes because of course, you know, with the tearing and all that stuff, my mascara did run because I don't wear waterproof mascara, which a lot of people ask me why I don't, because I have such allergy irritated eyes, but I don't like to take it off. I don't, it weighs my lashes down. I just don't like the feel of it. So I actually don't really have a problem, except for yesterday. I just really had a major meltdown. So my eyes were just out of control, but I will say all of the outer part of my face stayed intact. And that alone impressed me so much. It made me think this skin tint is worth trying. So I'm honestly thinking this is probably going to make it into my stash, and it's going to be one that I'm going to enjoy using. So I definitely would say it's worth getting a sample, going into your local Sephora, finding your shade or having some assistance with your shade, and definitely giving it a try. I think you will be impressed. I think it's more than just a tinted moisturizer. Even it doesn't proclaim to be a tinted moisturizer. It's a skin tint, and I think it can be taken into the foundation level if you so choose by building it up. So definitely think it's worth giving a shot. And the only con I would say about this product, which for me, I think that it's a con mainly because it's me. Again, you know, I just said I have irritated eyes, and because of the SPF in it, I think that irritates my eyes because I put my foundation or the skin tint all over my face because I like to have an even canvas to apply the rest of my makeup on. So because I do put it in my eye area, like over my eyelids, I feel like it does burn my eyes just a little bit. And I think it's just the SPF when it initially hits my skin around my eye area. But if I wait a couple minutes, it does kind of just dry into my skin, and I have no more irritation after that. Had nothing to do with what was happening yesterday. Yesterday was another whole level of allergy issues. So it was not an allergic reaction or anything like that to the product. It's just that I was having allergy issues yesterday. But I do think that as the SPF in it will cause me initially to just, my eyes to just kind of water because of the medicine, I guess whatever is in SPF. I don't really know what makes up the SPF, but I think that just initially irritates my eyes. So that's my only con, which won't necessarily be a con for anybody else. Or it could be, or if you have noticed that when you applied it and you're thinking I got a little bit of irritation around my eyes, if you didn't like break out or anything like that, it's probably just the SPF being a little bit strong when you first put it around the eyes. So that's the only con I could come up with. Other than that, I think it's an awesome product. Definitely think it's worth giving a shot. So run on out to your Sephora, get yourself a sample. Once you try to tell me what you think about the product, leave me some comments below. And yeah, so I don't have anything else to say. Stay tuned and you will see how it goes applying it. I will warn you, I was a little bit off core because I was trying to do this, and yeah, so I have a routine that I stick with pretty much when I put myself together in the mornings, and this took me completely out of the loop because I was trying to do this a different way. So anyway, I apologize in advance that my footage is a little bit cray-cray, but that's okay because you guys know I'm always going to be me, and I always add a twist to everything that I do. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for this review. I hope I was able to answer some of your questions about the product. I personally want to thank everyone that has the reviews out there, because you did really help me to better understand the product before I was able to get on here and talk about it as well. And look below, and I'll put a little bit more information in the description bar to kind of better explain some of the things that they are saying about the product. Take care. Have a fantastic week to come, and I will see you all in my very next video. Bye. Okay, so I have on my face right now, I have on my, I don't really know how to pronounce this. I think it's Kores, I don't know, but it's K-O-R-R-E-S, Kores, I don't know. I really don't know how to pronounce that. It's a new product to me, and I'm not really familiar with the brand, but I am liking this. It is a nourishing primer, and it's a Greek yogurt nourishing primer. So I have that all over my face, and then underneath my eyes, which got me looking a little bit wild right now, is the Becca correcting brightening corrector, or under eye brightening corrector, whatever it's called. So that's all that I have on my face right now. And of course, I am using a sample from Sephora. I don't have the full size bottle of the Nars Velvet Skin Tint, and I have the color Malaga, M-A-L-A-G-A. And so I've got a couple brushes here that I'm going to be applying it with. I did apply it yesterday for the first time, so this is technically not a first impression. I know my hair might look a little bit cray-cray because sometimes it's hard for me to really completely style my hair until after I put my makeup on. It's just kind of a weird thing I have. And because I was trying to do this, I didn't want to look totally scary today and have my hair like all twisted up and everything. So yeah, I took it down, and yeah, so I'm a little bit off my normal rhythm of getting ready. So pardon me for seeing me a little bit confused or whatever, or looking a little bit cray-cray. But it's just in this little container, which you're very familiar with. The Sephora gives out their samples in. And I pulled out two brushes because when I used the brush yesterday, I can't remember which one I ended up using because I was kind of getting ready in a hurry. And my face is really itchy right now, and it might be a tad bit red. My nose, I'm sure, is. I was in GG mode yesterday. My son and my grandson spent the day with me. We were outside all day, and you know, this time of year, allergies wreak havoc on my body. So I sneezed, and my whole face just got red, and I've got some little like bumps here and some little bumps there that they come from like allergies, and I'm just allergic to a lot of stuff. So I might not look my normal self today, which I guess is a really good thing in the sense of putting this to the test. I was very impressed yesterday, so I'm going to see how it does today and apply it on camera today so you guys can kind of see. I was intrigued by it when I saw it, knew nothing about it, had not even heard about it. I'm not I guess the most upbeat on when it comes to like you know, what's the latest thing? I don't always know. So when I saw it in Sephora, I was like, sounds interesting to me. And honestly, which sounds like a really sad thing, the real reason why I was so intrigued by it was because of the container that it was in. And I was thinking, I'm getting ready to take my trip. This would be travel friendly. I'm going to Florida in the spring, travel friendly, and I'm going to the beach. So the broad spectrum SPF was, you know, really intriguing. So anyway, not that I had heard a darn thing about the foundation. Of course, I came home, YouTubed it, and now I know a lot about it. But anyway, so the way I applied it yesterday, and I'm just going to do the same thing today, is I am just kind of patting it all over my face, and just kind of like so. It's very, very creamy. I do like the way it feels. It feels very velvety and creamy all at the same time. And I'm actually just using my camera to do this, so I've never done this before. So this should be quite interesting. I probably should have gotten a mirror. Now this is the It Cosmetics. This is that 2-in-1 brush, foundation brush. I think it's foundation and concealer. And my nose is it's red and itchy. Oh my God, I just want to scratch it so bad. So I know I won't look my normal gorgeous self. Yeah, well, whatever. But anyway, I don't know how well this is coming across, and I probably really should get a mirror because y'all know. Do I have one handy? Huh, I probably have to, I don't know. I'm trying to think, do I even have one handy in this room that's not like tied down as far as plugged in and all that good stuff, because I have my lighting mirror, but I think I have a mirror right over there. So okay, so I am back, and I've got an actual mirror that I'm looking in. so I can better see if I've got it like evenly applied so I don't look like ubu or something today. And yeah, so I mean, I'm really impressed with the coverage. um, I'm going to just do one more little bit of light spotting here and there. um, I have some weird, like, I always call it my own bronzing line. I have like a dark spot on each side of my face, like in the same spot. And it's funny because a lot of times people think that I have like bronzed myself, or it's like some my blush, or and I always laugh because I'm like, no, I like nothing's there. But I'm not real like weird about like, oh, my skin's got to look flawless. I actually kind of like having certain things kind of just show through, because it makes me feel like I'm human, and I like being human. So yeah, so that doesn't freak me out at all. Like, I'm just not that kind of person. So I'm 50 years old, and this is the skin tint once it's been placed on my face. I don't have any powder or anything over my face at the moment. This is just the application. Isn't it beautiful?